Harvey Castro, MD, MBA. With over 20 years of experience as a physician, entrepreneur, former CEO of a medical healthcare system, and author, I am passionate about leveraging AI to transform healthcare delivery and outcomes as a strategic advisor of ChatGPT in healthcare. I work with healthcare professionals and AI developers to create and implement AI adoption plans, identify innovative AI applications, and drive the integration of AI solutions. I aim to bridge the gap between AI technology, healthcare services, and strategic decision-making. I focus on ensuring the alignment of AI with clinical needs, data integrity, technological compatibility, and staff training. I also share my insights and vision through my books, publications, and public speaking engagements to increase awareness and inspire action on AI's transformative potential. Check out my AI and healthcare podcast called the GPT Podcast. Check out my books on AI, healthcare, and entrepreneurship on Amazon.com. Please follow me on social media under @HarveyCastro. I am on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks for watching.
All right, so welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Harvey Castro, and I appreciate you coming on. I'm waiting for my guest to connect. He's having some technical issues, and he should be right on. But let me get started. So big picture, what we have created, it's been a lot of fun. We call it the GPT Podcast. If you go to our website and check out the GPT website, you'll see that what we've done is create podcasts. And what makes our podcast a little different from what everybody else has out there is mainly two things. One, we're using AI, and we went ahead and took it to the next level. Not only are we using AI, we're actually using it to create. Let me just walk you through, and you'll see a live demo in a second. But what we personally did is we launched in March, and we created our own podcast. And obviously, I'm a doctor. I love AI in healthcare. And so that's been the main focus. And so what we do is we'll find something that's in the news, something that just had happened, or some medical journal article. And we'll literally plug it into the website that we created. And then what it does is it creates the conversation between my business partner, Brooks, and I. And it puts it all together where it makes the transcript of what we were supposed to say about that article. Now, mind you, this is all AI that generated this fake conversation. And then it actually gives us a transcript of the conversation so we can both go through it and make sure that that's exactly what we would have wanted to say about the particular article or cover X and Y. And then from there, we go through and it gives us the illustration of that through like a dolly picture, basically, where it'll create the image. And then after that, it will create the social media posts with emojis and talking about the content. We particularly created our own, we cloned our own voice. And so then it's our actual voices that are used. What we're going to be sharing with others is right now is basically 4 different voices, where 2 of them are male and then 2 of them are female. And I'm sorry, I'm just checking to make sure Brooks not having any of the other technical issues to jump on board. And then from there, what we're doing is it creates the entire podcast all within 5 minutes. Sometimes it can take a little longer, but it's usually under 5 minutes. And so if you go to our website, you can actually sample our current podcast. Now, speaking to Brooks, he's been doing several podcasts for years. And obviously, it takes a lot of preparation to create a podcast. It's not so simple. And so one of the things is, there's a lot of research, questions that you need to do. Unfortunately, sometimes we make mistakes, and so it's really hard to do a podcast and not edit it in any way. The nice thing about this is you're able to take advantage of this AI and make sure that all the things that you're wanting to say are said, that there's no mistakes, and it makes it really efficient as far as your time. We've been beta testing this with different companies. Give you an example. We did this with a medical spa, and they have a lot of different procedures, different things that they want to display. And so what they're doing is literally using our software. If it's a new laser or new procedure, they're able to put in that information into the software, and then it's able to generate a podcast and then able to put it on their website. That's just one of many ways to show you how it works. Now, I'm still waiting for him to come in. He's having technical difficulties right now, so I apologize. In the interim, let me see if I can share the website real quick and show you some some demo. And let me get to it. Sorry, let me pull it up. All right, let me present, share screen, and there it is. Okay, and so I'm gonna share this screen, and as you can see, look at the artwork that it's creating. Let me pull it up. Yeah, you can see it. Now, when you're looking at it, it's creating the art. It is creating the podcast literature. And so let me click into this one and see, here's your title. Here's the, it gives you one emoji and then it gives an explanation. It gives you the MP3 file so that you can see the actual audio that you just created. And then here's the transcript. Here's the entire transcript of basically what is, actually, let me go back here. It's, yeah, it's right there. And then you can go through and edit the different parts of this conversation. This is just part of the blog that's here. The transcript is not on this particular one. Let me go to another one. And let me share. Yeah, so this is what I mean. You would be able to click. I'm going to see if I can share this file. And yeah, it looks, let me just share this part of the screen. One sec. And sorry, looking for the text. Here we go. This is it. And so I know this on your screen doesn't pop up, but it goes through what Harvey says, Brooks says, it alternates. And then I just got a text. Brooks is working on it. He's having trouble connecting his camera and microphone for some reason. But as you can see, you can go through and read the transcript, and then you can edit all of this before allowing the AI to basically create the manuscript. And so it's kind of neat because, as you know, if we're making different changes or if there's something that you want to do, you can literally change it on the fly. Now, going back to the presentation, let me go back and share the screen. Sorry, there. And so as you can see, the different podcasts, we started back in March, and every single one of these have been created using AI. And so, sorry, I'm gonna push this. I have two screens, and sometimes, yeah, there it goes. So as you can see, all of these podcasts started in March. Some of these were really fun. For example, some of these were literally breaking news, and when this happened, we were able to see that this was on Google News, literally create the podcast, and we had our podcast up literally within, I would say, under 10 minutes from it being announced. We did that with the Bill Gates one. Some of these other ones were also within that week that came out. When Sam Altman was testifying in Congress, we did the same. We're able to push it out to everybody. But this is a really cool tool just in general to get the information out and to share with others. If Brooks is not able to come, then I will reschedule this again, and I apologize for him having issues. But big picture, we are also working on another big concept, which is the GPT store. Exactly this time next week, we'll do a demo of that. If we may end up doing both demos, where we're showing how this works, and also the GPT that we've created. Actually, I'll give you a quick previews in the interest of your for all the stuff you guys are doing. Sorry. I actually did not plan on having any issues today with him being able to connect, but let me get into our GPT workstation and let me present this. There. Alrighty. Sorry. Yeah, this is it. Okay. And so here, what we've done is everybody has heard about GPTs, what's going on out there as far as OpenAI having its GPTs. Well, what we've done is created our own internal process where we can upload our data. It's under our secure servers. Doesn't go to ChatGPT. What we've also done is I've written all the books that are behind me. We took all of those documents and created different, excuse me, different GPTs. And this is one right here. We started with literature. I took of all of Sherlock Holmes information, all of William Shakespeare, different authors in literature. Again, all this information is public domain. But what was fun is being able to take all that information and create a workstation where now you can have a conversation with William Shakespeare or certain parts of its works or Sherlock Holmes. We took it to another level, and we actually, one of our workstation is actually gave it the persona of Sherlock Holmes. So you can ask different detective questions and deductive reasoning or different things that you would learn about the series. It's been pretty fun. As an entrepreneur, I uploaded my book, Success Reinvention, and a couple of other books that I've written on entrepreneurship and AI. And so now think of it this way. You're using the power of GPT, you're using the books, and now you can have a conversation with the book or learn more about entrepreneurship. So if you have a startup or had some questions, now you're taking other information. What we've also added is different resources as far as entrepreneurship and put it into the AI. So now you're getting more than just what you would normally get from ChatGPT. I went ahead and did this with all my AI books that I have out there. I put it in the database. I have a neurology book, another book on history and health AI, and made that another workstation with all that information as one of the GPTs. As far as longevity, I have a book on longevity and fitness. I added those two as a GPT. And then I also went ahead and each one of these, the neurology book, AI detective book, the Sherlock Holmes, it's all there. I see Brooks has just popped on, so I'm gonna pause here. We'll really present this next week. And let me get Brooks on stage. And welcome, Brooks. And let me unshare. Sorry, stops. There we go. All righty. And let me take this one down. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. And then I'm going to leave you the stage here.
All right.
And I see you have a little delay, unfortunately, but there you go. Go ahead.
Is that better now?
Yes, much better.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't. StreamYard's having an issue with me today. So what we've created is
Here, I'm going to pop down to see if that gives you better bandwidth, and I'll stop my camera.
Okay. How's that? Is that looking better? Well, so we have the gptpodcast.com where we create podcasts every few weeks, and just with our busy schedules, I'm an entrepreneur, have a ton of things going on, as does Harvey, as does Dr. Castro. And really, how could we achieve having a podcast, but also really get through our schedules? Make
Yeah,
these
and
podcasts.
I apologize. You're breaking up real bad. I don't know.
Well,
No,
how
now
about,
you're back. So go ahead.
well, why don't you present it then, Harvey, and I'll pull it up on my screen and we'll just talk through it that way, since my computer's having an issue.
Okay, now you're smooth. So
Now I'm smooth again.
yeah. So do you want me to add the stage your laptop?
I need to pull that up really fast because I
Yeah,
had to go over to my laptop since this is being so flaky.
No worries. Take your time, and then I will keep my video off so that we can save the bandwidth. But just so as you do that, I just want to read some of the comments. They're saying, hey, this is a game changer regardless. Brooks can join. Looking forward to this if we have to reschedule. Someone else said, Tom said, amazing vision. This is brilliant. Dr. Hoyt said, we'd love to see and test these innovations. So thank you for your comments. And someone else jokingly said, the demon gods are mean sometimes. So,
I'm going to stop my camera too, because I think that's probably part of the issue here. But I'll pull up my screen here in just a second.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you for your comments and patience. And he's loading, and we'll be able to, I guess, yeah, I'll keep my camera off. And then when I see your laptop showing up at the bottom, I see it, but I'll add it to the stage. Actually, I'll put it there, so that way. And then let me take this top banner off so you guys can better see. There we go. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for your patience. In the interest of time, if you have time, go to the GPT podcast and sign up for our newsletter. This way, you'll get an email when we release all of these different items. The GPTs that I just discussed, we're going to be moving them to another website, and so it'll be there as well. All right, Brooks.
All right, I'm almost there. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Now, I've had my fair share of technical difficulties, one of them being these AirPods I'm wearing. Sometimes I can't connect it to the computer, or sometimes I can't hear, so I get it.
Okay, here we go. Now, if you can just pop up that screen, there we go. And then you can remove the laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's our main site. So when you go in, you have the ability.
You just fade it for a second. Go ahead.
Or in this case, go and create a new podcast. Once you go to create a new podcast, that's the interesting part, because we need to create a show. Oops, go back here. Go to one of our other, this is our main show that we have here. And this is really the AI in healthcare series version of it. And what happens is, I don't know why that keeps happening. We have our AI healthcare series. And then I have Dr. Castro. And then Brooks Wood. And then what is the description? So this is going to be a podcast in healthcare talking about all right. So once that gets created, we get to now go to that podcast. And this is the interesting part. This is kind of the magic. Let me pull in another tab here. So what I normally do is I'll find Dr. Castro will give me, a post that he's created of some sort, generally talking about AI in healthcare. This one is the synergy of AI and human intelligence and transforming healthcare. And what I'll normally do is I'll just take the text of this post. And then this is the name of it. All right. Once I submit this, it goes back and it creates, it will create a transcript. So let me start that right now. It takes just a moment. Okay. Let's add one here. Get rid of some of this extra stuff. All right. And now what's going to happen is, of course, to refresh. It's going and it's creating in the background a transcript of the actual podcast itself. And then now we have the ability to go and edit and change those. As soon as this finishes loading, we'll see this podcast get created. So I'll just refresh really fast and log back in. And you'll see that we have this new one created right here at the bottom. It creates an expert for us of the actual podcast itself, just a quick summary. It gives us a better title here. This is recommended from GPT for us. I'd also created an image. It gives us a LinkedIn post. It gives us an entire blog post. And then we also get a copy of the entire transcript of what everything was said. Now, if we need to go back and edit this, we can, and then go back and submit it. I don't know if my audio is going to work, but this also creates the audio file here.
Are you ready to unlock the potential power of patience?
Yeah, it's working. I hear it.
Another brilliant question. It's already in action.
So, sorry about that. So essentially, within like 3 minutes, you can create episodes against that show. You'll get an image generated for you, an audio file that you can download. And really, downloading this is pretty straightforward. Let's right-click here, download audio. And then you can then copy and paste these experts that have been created for you, the LinkedIn posts, the blog posts, and that's pretty much it. We tried to make it really easy to create, really straightforward, and based on the names of the people that you put in there, then you have the option to create, 4 different voices to select from. So 2 female. What will be coming in the future is the ability to clone your own voice and add that to the podcast as well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. No, this is definitely interesting. And sorry, I'm trying to get my camera back on. I'm now having technical difficulties. No, this is really good. In the comments, feel free to put any questions. Feel free to share this. I'm already getting some emails saying we need to redo this one so that it's nice and smooth and people want to hear it. So what we'll do on the next one is we'll definitely make sure. I know that part of this is probably the weather because I know a lot of issues with bandwidth is part of it. But yeah, put any questions you have. We can both see the questions that are being put in, or under the comments. And then if you don't have any, feel free to just LinkedIn me, message me, email me. If you have a number, text me. Daniel says, amazing to see AI revolutionizing podcasts at Dr. Castro's seminar for more of the pioneering. And then he gives a website. He's mentioning a course. I do have a course on AI in healthcare. Brooks, do you have anything you want to share? Other things about this podcast, or, how can people set up, or when will this be available for everybody?
Yeah, so we're looking to launch this early next week. So on the gptpodcast.com, if you sign up on the newsletter, once this gets released, you'll get an email with the instructions. So once you sign up, you'll get instructions on how to sign in. There's a free.
Yeah, he cut off, but what he was about to say is that there's a free trial that you can get, and then he'll explain that. But it'll be on the website. I know we're having lots of trouble today. Unfortunately, I apologize. But we'll make sure that we'll do this again. We haven't launched this yet, but this time next week, the same time, Wednesday at 11 next week Central Time, we'll probably do a combination of presenting this again, and then we'll do a presentation on the GPT, so you can see both. And by then we should have them both up and running. So anyway, apologize for today's technicalities, but we'll get through this. We'll get it working. I really think it's just a bandwidth because of this weather that we're having here. But with that said, thanks so much, and feel free to hit us up if you have any questions. And let me end this podcast. And